Hi, thanks for joining us. So this week we're talking summer dresses and our favourites that we found from Spring Summer 18. So first up is this lovely white dress which came from Free People. I can't resist a bit of tassel in summer. It's quite bohemian, which Free People are generally quite a bohemian type brand. It's that kind of LA sort of look, I suppose. I really like their collections. They price-wise can be a bit random. Sometimes things are really reasonable, normal kind of prices. And other times I find, a jacket on there which I've fallen in love with that was £600, which just seems a bit mad. It doesn't there's not a happy medium. But anyway, I found this one and it was really reasonable price. I'm a sucker for a bit of a tassel, can't resist that through summer, and I love white dresses generally in summer. Certainly if you've got a bit of tan, I love that kind of look. It's got a bit of a elasticated waist here, which sits quite nicely on the hip actually, and then just nice and floaty down to the floor. Bit of an angle cut on the hem, which is quite nice, just makes it a bit more interesting. And I love this kind of crochet detail on the neckline. Makes it a bit tricky on wearing a bra, so I just kind of put a strapless bra on underneath. And just paired with a couple of simple bangles. I'd always wear sandals with this kind of dress, but that's just my personal style. I don't tend to wear heels too much, I suppose. But yeah, another lovely piece from Free People that I think is definitely a keeper. So this next dress was from Other Stories and it was £69. It's really simple, there's probably not a lot to it really. It's just got that button detail down the front which you could open a couple if you wanted to. And then it's just got a tiny bit of mesh over the chest. I quite like wearing it just like this with a pair of sandals, but equally if I was at a festival, I might wear a pair of trainers with it. I think that would look quite nice. I like the sort of mixture of wearing satin with a pair of trainers, sort of dress it down on the bottom half. And obviously practicality, treading around the mud. I've got it with this lovely necklace, which is from Tutu & Co, which I got from Blessed. And then I've got this gorgeous bag, which is from Dayberger and Mickelson. This came from Blessed as well. It's a suede kind of fabric. It's gorgeous. And I think that's the sort of thing that I would probably take to a festival, wear with this sort of outfit, so that you can take all your bits and bobs in there. So then for evening, I'd probably just put it with my leather jacket, which is actually really old. It was my mum's original biker jacket from the 70s, but I love it. I love that it's got a bit of history there because obviously it was my mum's and she would be wearing it to festivals, and thankfully she's the same size as me, so now I get to wear it. So yeah, I think that's quite a nice festival look. Equally, I'd probably wear this going out for dinner. You could put a pair of heels with this dress, you could put a little belt with it just to cinch in the waist if you wanted to. But for me, this is probably how I'd sort of dress going to a festival in the summer. Nice and easy, but equally a bit of warmth with the jacket as well. So another white dress, but this time we've gone to Zara, and this one was $39.99, which I think is a bit of a bargain because I think it looks a lot more expensive than it actually is. It's 100% linen, so a little bit heavier, but not too much. You still feel like you could easily wear this on a nice summer day. You've got a nice sash here, which I've just tied at the front. Sort of played with it a little bit. It's quite nice tying it at the back as well and just putting a little bow there. And I'm wearing it with my Michael Kors wedges just to give it a little bit of height. It's quite a full dress, so it almost feels like they need to be a bit more elongated with it. When it arrived, the cuffs were down here, which I don't know if you're supposed to wear it like that, but it felt a little bit too, I don't know, stiff like that. So I've just rolled up the sleeves a couple of times. It's still quite a relaxed looking dress, but with a more formal edge to it, I suppose. So you could wear it to work, you could wear it out for lunch, wear it for a nice dinner. Got lots of different possibilities that you could use it for, but you still feel like you're wearing a nice summer dress, but equally you can make it work for lots of different occasions. So another favourite I found this season was this beautiful yellow dress, which is from Other Stories. I really like Other Stories. They often have something just a little bit different, really reasonable prices, so I shop there quite a lot. Actually, I buy their body washes a lot. Bit of a random swerve, but check out their body washes. They're about £7 and they last far longer than Molton Brown. Anyway, back to the dress. So this it's quite a bright yellow. It doesn't look as bright on their website. So when it arrived, I kind of thought, oh, I'm not sure if it's a bit too strong. But actually, once I put it on and I've got a bit of a tan, I was so tough with it. I think it's beautiful. So it's got this kind of low back, which hopefully you can see there. So really nice detail. Obviously, you can't really get away with a bra, but it feels quite tight fitted, so I think you'll get away with it. Certainly if you're as flat chested as I am. Yeah, and I've just paired it with a pair of sandals again. Just a nice, easy sort of day wear look. Obviously you can wear a little straw bag with it if in the day, but equally you've got a nice pair of nude heels. You could dress it up for the evening as well. It's definitely a keeper, I think, this one. Okay, so another one from Free People this time, but this one is a slight pink tone and obviously it's got white embroidery over the chest. I really like this. I would probably wear this an awful lot throughout summer. I think these dresses that are quite hippie are probably quite an acquired taste, I suppose. But personally, I think lots of people can pull off this look. It's just a matter of not trying too hard. So you don't have to put loads of jewellery on with it, you don't have to overdo it, just a pair of simple sandals and a dress, and kind of go with the more natural the better. I think that's when boho works best, really. So I think the back here, you are supposed to tie that around your tummy, so the sash is supposed to come at the front. But we preferred tying it at the back as it gave you a bit more shape on the waist here. And then you've got some nice deep pockets, which personally we love pockets in dresses and skirts and things. It's a nice length as well, kind of 3/4 length, just kind of the mid-calf it comes to. So again, with a pair of sandals or flip-flops or even heels, you could probably wear this with. And then I got this lovely, I know everyone's got these at the minute, they're very on trend, but I couldn't resist. Because I really like it. So simple straw bag. This one again was from Free People, so it was $88. Obviously this one wouldn't be so handy on the beach because it's tiny, so not hugely practical. You could probably get a bit of lipstick and I don't know, your phone in there. But it is a nice look and it's easier to have it crossbody rather than a lot of the straw bags that just kind of sit on your shoulder. So yeah, again, a lovely piece from Free People that I am seemingly their devoted shopper. But I think that kind of boho trend is pretty much a look for everybody. Just make sure you really dress it down, don't try too hard, and then it comes across the best, I think. So last but not least, another great dress from Zara, which was actually $39.99, so really reasonable. And again, I think it looks a lot more expensive than it actually is. It's that lovely florals that we're seeing lots of through Spring Summer 18, but kind of a bit different because it's kind of got that 40s sort of vibe to it, a little bit sexy but not too much. So I've added a red lip just to kind of really go with that theme, I suppose. So it's quite nipped in anyway on the waist, but I added just a little skinny belt just to kind of cinch it in a little bit more. It came up a tiny bit big, so maybe you might want to buy down a size if you really want it to fit your waist by itself without having to put a belt on. It's just got these little buttons all the way down, which are actually quite short at the bottom, so I don't think I want to open that anymore. But you could open a couple at the top if you kind of want it a bit more chilled out than I've worn it. And I've just paired it with a pair of really simple cords that I got in Marks and Spencer's, just a kind of patent look, just to kind of give it a bit more of that 40s look. So I quite like that look. I think it's really feminine. It's a little bit sexy, but nothing too over the top, which I think is my perfect scenario really with a dress for the evening. So a really nice look from Spring Summer 18 that I would wear probably more in the evening for going out for dinner. But saying that, I think I quite like these floral dresses when you pair it with a pair of trainers. So maybe a bit sort of a battered pair of Converse would look quite nice, and a pair of pop socks. I quite like that sort of juxtaposition between the two different styles. So yeah, another great piece from Zara. So as ever, thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it, and I hope you like all the dresses that we found from this spring-summer season 2018. Do let us know actually which was your favourite dress that we featured, whether you're more of a sort of dress it up for the evening, or you like that kind of boho look, or equally if you found a really nice dress from somewhere we haven't featured, we'd love to know about it. Don't forget to find us on Instagram at Fashion and Style Edit, and also our day job of making our beautiful candles at laraquinn.com. We'll see you next week.